Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is going to be a 4v4 on Garden of Shadows. In the bottom side of the map, we have the red team represented by the red Terran player, Remy Bricard. His teammate, the red Zerg player, it is Focus. And on the other side of the bottom side of the map, we have the red Protoss player, Cap'n. And his neighbor, the other red Protoss player, Helicus. And the top side of the map, we have the blue team. It is the blue Protoss player, Tom. The other blue Protoss player, Sylvetic. That's what it is, Sylvetic. The other blue Protoss player, Frozen Solid. And the blue Zerg player, it is a barcode from Uber XY. Might end up calling him Uber. But he's the only barcode player, so maybe I won't have confusions. Perhaps I won't. Somebody's cannon rushing. Helicus from Team Red is cannon rushing. Got a forge out here. First of all, he's sending a probe up as well. This is a pretty map. Garden of Shadows. It's kind of dark. It's kind of green, which its name makes perfect sense. Got some nice neon green stuff on this ramp leading up to the blue base. Probe just trying to stay out of sight and out of mind. Actually, just scouting, actually. You can't stay out of mind and out of sight and scout. So that's what he chose to do. Tom's actually going forge first as well. So stealing gas is Helicus, then throwing down a pylon. Is he just basically trying to make Tom respond to this? This is very interesting. Probe running around, just being like, what up, friends? What up, friends? Yeah, okay, every probe pulled off to deal with that pylon. I don't think that was necessary, Tom, but you know what? You got it. Congratulations. Got it. Another pylon, a lot of probes following. This is just kind of messing up the income of Tom. I kind of like it. Out of Helicus, you probably should be canceling these pylons instead of letting them get killed straight up. The cancel will save you some money, but Tom's losing a ton of probes. In the meantime here, he does not want to get cannon rushed. He really hates getting cannon rushed. So again, this is a 4v4. This is not a mono battle. Players can do whatever the heck they want. Can make whatever the units they want. Don't get trapped. Mineral walk! Mineral walk out of there. Click on some minerals and run. Dead. Okay, so mineral walk is a key thing in that situation. You click on your worker, you right click on some minerals, and they will pass through any units blocking their way. They won't pass through buildings, but they'll pass through units that are in their way. It's very handy. It's a very handy skill. So Tom lost a ton of mining time there, which is super bad news. So he is going to be behind his opponents. And again, Helicus lost a bunch of stuff too. He lost 300 resources because he didn't cancel those pylons. So that's another suggestion from Mr. Falcon Paladin. Ling's moving up from Focus, going to try to finish off Tom here. And you know what? Might be able to do it. Tom is just now getting a cannon up. The Lings, if they ignored it, which they're going to do, just going to ignore the cannon, get right up here inside the... Oh, wait, they're turning around. They killed the pylon, and now they're killing the cannon. They do have speed, which is useful in this situation. Doesn't even cancel there. No. Don't worry about these pylons. Get up here and kill this stuff. Kill these probes. Oh, single Ling went up there. Got murdered. So many Lings out from Focus right now. Killing these pylons is fine. This is enough Lings. That's enough Lings. These probes are toast. Sorry, probes. I know you're fighting for your lives, but you're just going to get murdered in a situation. It's basically 1-to-1, which if you outnumber the Lings severely in the situation, you're going to be fine. But if it's a 1-to-1 type thing, you're just going to die. So all these probes are running for their lives. This is a good thing about team situations, though, is that you can rely on your teammates unless they don't come in time. Is Tom down to no workers? Tom's down to no workers right now. Does have 400 minerals, and again, can get a loan or just, you know, donation from friends to rebuild stuff as necessary, but this is going to slow down his team. Tom's team is in a lot of trouble right now. Tom losing all these pylons, going to lose this Nexus, making a probe, which is just going to be born into a world of pain. Just going to be born into a world of pain. Don't do it, probe. Don't be here. Did distract about 10 Lings from killing the Nexus, which slowed down the death of Nexus by about 3 seconds. That's it. So we're out. Tom says, yo, Pink. Who's Pink? I don't know who Pink is. Can we look at Pink? Pink. This is Pink. Sylvetic. It didn't save his friend at all. That's what we're mad about here. That's what we're mad about here. So back to... Did that fade in and out? It faded in and out. That's kind of cool. So Tom's just dead. Team Blue in a severely compromised, severely difficult position right now. Void Rays coming in here from Helicus from Team Red. What else is interesting in the production tab? Stalkers here from Sylvetic. And some Adepts and Zealots do chase the remainder of these Lings out of here. But Tom is down to a pylon and a forge, and that's all that he has. Bad news. Bad news. Bears. Alright, so who's expanded? Zerg player, our friend Barcode, has 3 bases. Focus hasn't expanded at all. Dude, you better You better be getting fed, yo. You have 12 workers. Do you really just have 12 workers right now? Income. Blues are 20. Okay, so 20 workers. Not horrendous. Not horrendous. Wait, so where's your... Tom's out. Okay, so Tom's gone. Tom is gone. Team Blue is not... It's not over yet. Not over yet for Team Blue. They can do this thing. I believe. I believe in Team Blue. It's not over. It's not over at 5 minutes just because when your teammates left, you can expand to their base and take additional resources. If they were terrible, maybe it's better. Maybe it's better that they're gone. Sylvetic's also going for Void Rays. Again, Void Rays just seem extra good in team games. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. It's just Void Rays, especially in mono battles. I guess it's because he needs very specific counters to them to beat them. And then they're very beatable, right? I mean, if you have Marines against Void Rays, they'll die. Hydras against Void Rays, they'll die. But if you can't make those units because it's a mono battle, then suddenly you're reduced to making cannons and missile turrets and hoping for the best, as the Void Rays are mobile, and those things are not. So, but in this situation, again, where you can actually respond to what your opponents are doing, when you see Void Rays, you can make the correct counter to the Void Rays. Tell me that's an expansion. Yes, Focus is expanding. Focus, are you off racing right now? Are you not a Zerg main? Because you are kind of killing me, yo. Your opponent, your other Zerg player on the other side of the map has 3 bases, and you just now are getting your second. Bad news bears. All right, I mean, I guess Barcode did have to get some static defense, worried about those Lings coming to kill him, but they never did. They never did, so making that stuff just kind of slowed him down. We do have a fleet beacon on the way from Helica, so possible carrier here. And both teams just sort of hanging out right now. I don't know what they're doing. It's a Marine tank play here from Remy Bricard. Got a flying doodad flying past this expansion out of Cap'n. Creep spread looking okay from Barcode as well. Kind of liking this. Frozen Solid decides it is time to move out with Adepts and Zealots and see what damage can be done here at 7 minutes into the game. This might be a lower level game, you guys. This thumbnail is going to represent that. Don't worry. Don't worry. If you came here looking for GM team stuff, that's not what this is. That is not what this is at all. I mean, this tells us everything. It's a 2 Zealot, 2 Adept push at 7 minutes and 20 seconds, which just is not ideal. The Void Rays showing up from Helicus, though. Everybody run. You can't even shoot up. You'd be dead anyway, I feel like. Against 3 Void Rays with prismatic alignment. Oh, these dudes are armored. These dudes are armored, aren't they? Adept is not, but the... No, not armored. Nope. Anyway, Ling's catching the Adepts, making sure they can't run. Void Rays finishing them off, and it's a Ling Void Ray composition from Helicus, which I kind of like. Kind of like it. Lings are good against a lot of stuff on the ground. The Void Rays can get rid of the big stuff that causes them problems. Starport on the way from Remy Bricard, possibly for Medivacs. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Medivacs here. Oh, DT's here from Frozen Solid. That's where his units are. Oh, there's an Overseer, though. An Overseer that's actually running away. Overseer, come back! Overseer kind of came back. Nidus Worm. Nidus Worm coming up at the main Xelnaga Watchtower. There are a bunch of them, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8. Wait. Nope, that's not. Those aren't Xelnaga Watchtowers. Those are just unbuildable or breakable rocks. There's one Xelnaga Watchtower on this map. Some of you are like, dude, Falcon, what is wrong with you? Oh, that's Barcode's Nidus Worm that came up with at the Xelnaga Watchtower. I thought that was our red players, but it's not. It is not. So it's dead now as Marine tanks showed up and burned it all to pieces. GTs from Frozen Solid running around trying to see what they can do. And they're going to find these Marines and these tanks, and there's really nothing protecting them. A scan will help immensely here, but again, reaction time at this level of StarCraft 2 is not going to be what you'd want. And everybody dies without even really running. That's the thing. Like, the AI needs to be better. If you're a Marine in this group and the guy next to you evaporates in a pool of blood, like just a mist of blood, and all you hear is a fwong, and they're dead, you run. You run in that situation. You do not hold position. You do not stand there and wait for your turn to die. You get out of there. You radio in for detection, and you run for your life. But they don't. They don't. They only attack stuff they can see. And it's within range of attacking. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Nidus Worm. Whose Nidus Worm is this? What color is it? I can't see. Darn thing. Oh, is that his own Nidus Worm? Yeah. Barcode making a Nidus Worm within his own bases, which seems pretty confusing, I guess, for funneling back defense here and there, but I don't know. Oracle's here from Cap'n trying to do some stuff. Sylvetic has taken Tom's old base here in the top right side. The Oracles could lay waste to it as there is no anti-air here whatsoever. It's all probes. It's all probes. Oh, this is bad. There we go. Cap and do this thing. The Void Rays from Synthetic are going to come here any second. You need to start killing stuff. Okay, no. Nope, not going to start killing stuff. Instead, going to hang out. Not even really run away and then just get murdered. Murdered super hard. Lings rolling in. So many Lings rolling into Synthetic's base, though. This is an expansion. This is an expansion. So the Lings killing Zealots, killing Cannons, killing Probes, killing Stalkers. Everything going to die here. This is a lot of Zergling from Focus. +2/+2 as well. So the upgrades are good. DT is killing Focus's expansion base in the bottom as revenge. However, the Void Rays are here trying to stop the carnage, but there are too many Lings with +2 attack. That Nexus is gone, and the Lings are out. Peace out. Save the Zerglings. Thanks for the base. Thanks for the memories. And again, Focus losing a base in the process, so that's bad news. That is bad news from Focus here. He's got Lings, he's got Overseers. He's going to try to defend his main. He does have a macro hatch, which is pretty good stuff. Helicus expanding twice up here in the middle left or right side of the map. Remy Picard has a base on the top left side as well. Zerg player Barcode needs to do something. He has a lot of expansions, which is great. He's been getting upgrades apparently, which is nice. He has some Hydras, possibly Lurkers we're looking at here. I don't know. DT is taking out Remy Picard's expansion on the left side. That's bad news. Lift off. All right, this is a mid-rank madness 4v4. I'm going to possibly generously give this like a gold level. At least there are interesting unit compositions. There's ghosts on the way from Remy Picard now. That's good stuff. It is Hydras for Barcode. He's getting 7 Hydras right now. Hydra Lurker possibly. Hydra Lurker against Ling Void Ray for Team Red. That's pretty much all Team Red has is Ling Void Ray right now. Terran player, I guess, does have a lot of Marines and tanks. But again, Lurker's good against both of those things, assuming they can hit the tanks, which is not always a guarantee. Focus is working on +3/+3 for his melee units. I mean, I think he's going for ultras, except I guess he does have a high, but he has one base. He has a single base. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about this. Is Focus going to try to expand at this gold? He could. He could do it, and I would support him in that life decision. DT is moving out for Frozen Solid. Again, in a higher level team game, this would just never happen. The DTs, like the first DTs, would maybe do some damage, but then everybody says, okay, there are Dark Templar on the map, and we're going to get detection up, and we're going to be ready for them, and it's just not going to go well. Lings rolling on up here, but guess what? Oh, Burrow Infester. I don't know about this, man. Burrow Infester, Lings right on top of the Hydras is not what you want at all. Ooh, there's detection here as well. The Burrow Infester's having a rough go of it. Again, upgrade's pretty good. +3 attack on these Lings, but the Fungal, oh, a little bit of some Burrow Fungal action there. Actually taking out a lot of those Zerglings. Meanwhile, Void Ray versus Void Ray battle here on the right side, but there's a Mothership for Synthetic. And a lot more Void Rays as well. So Helicus lost all his Void Rays there. Synthetic still has 10, 13 Void Rays here with +2/+1. Helicus, I think, just lost most of his army. No, he has a bunch more. Whoa. He has a bunch more. He's got 20. He has 20 with +2/+1 on his side of things here. So Void Ray players doing all right for themselves. Here we go. Mothership Void Ray against Mothership Void Ray. Mothership dies very quickly for Synthetic. Void Ray, or Mothership still alive for Helicus, and he wins that one. So he comes back from losing the first battle to win the second one, killing these carriers for Synthetic as well, which do not run as fast. Synthetic is, I'm out, he says. I'm out. This is bad news. This is bad news bears for me. Marines, tanks trying to come in here against Barcode, but look at this fungal usage. Barcode is not bad. Whoa, Frozen Solid is a big Stalker Archon army as well, but the Void Rays from Cap'n. Oh, these are Cap'n's Void Rays, not Helicus's Void Rays. That's why. All right, so Cap'n is the one who's actually murdering all this stuff here. The base where Tom was is Sylvetics, but it's gone now. Void Rays again, so good against buildings, especially when there are this many of them. There are still 12. There are still 12 Void Rays, which is a lot. Go find another base to kill, yo. Go kill Synthetic up here. He's trying to run away from you. Don't. Oh, these poor probes. That was the sound of a lot of dead probes. Stalker Archon moving on in here to focus his main base, though. Bad stuff for Focus. He's in a lot of trouble. There are a couple tanks here from Remy Picard, but it is not enough. It is not enough. Looking good. This might turn into a base race type situation. Might do it, as our friend Synthetic and Tom are basically out of this game. It's going to be up to Frozen Solid and Barcode to make this thing happen. Battle Cruisers are here for Remy Picard, but with this many Stalkers on the ground with +1 attack and Archon support as well, they're just out. The battle cruisers are trying to win this thing, but they're severely outnumbered, and now they are completely toast. Drones for focus are trying to retreat and actually finding a bit of a back door to get out of there. So they're running for their lives. Running where? I don't know. Maybe to this gold base that they could expand to at some point. I don't know. Helicus. Oh, Helicus has his Void Rays in on the action coming from right to left. Finding a base of frozen solids that's completely undefended as well. Maybe this is why Void Rays are so good in these lower level games. It's just the players don't have the defense for it. Don't have the defense for it at all. Trying to come back here is Cap, and Remy Picard is being revealed. This stalker count is 19 with +1/+1/+1. Void Ray count is 17 with +3/+1. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Void Rays might have this thing if the Captain can micro them properly instead of trying to hit interceptors. Helicus just going after bases right now. He's not going to play defense whatsoever. Captain is going to try to do it, though, by himself, which you got to do the teamwork, you guys. You got to come home, Helicus. You got to come home and assist here. Captain does have his mothership. He's hoping his mothership's going to be enough to save his life. And I don't know that it actually will here. So accidental engagement here by Team Blue. Team Red with the Void Rays getting some nice kills straight up. And more Stalkers coming from the reinforcement side. Mothership is gone. And the Void Rays trying to kill what they can, trying to do it, but the defensive Void Rays are here from Synthetic coming, says Barcode. It doesn't matter. Frozen Solid won that battle very handily. So Team Blue might actually come back and get this thing done. Void Rays from Helicus still doing a lot of damage to Team Blue's stuff right now. Frozen Solid going to lose a Nexus. Probably going to lose another Nexus here. I mean, he is going to get here in time to do something, but is it in time to save his base? This is the question. I don't know. Actually, some Vipers. What? Okay, Barcode's not gold level. Barcode's actually pretty good. Oh, the parasitic bombs. Oh, the parasitic bombs on the Void Rays. Split the Void Rays. Get out of there. Woo-hoo-hoo! That was a big hit. Big hit. Now the Stalkers can finish them off. The Void Rays that remain are pretty injured. And huge big army here from Team Blue. So, alright. So Stalker, Archon, Void Ray, doing it. Doing it okay. Focus, again, has a base on the top right side. And I just wish I had more confidence in what he was doing with his life. What are you doing with your life? Replacing your spawning pool. That's one thing you're doing with your life. Alright, Frozen Solid didn't lose this base, which is kind of a... Well, actually, it's not a giant deal. There's only 200 minerals left here. Remy Picard is out, so both teams have lost a player at this point in time. Stalkers, Archons coming down from the top left to the bottom right. There's a battle cruiser here for Remy. It's gone. A lot of probes here for Captain. Their Ghost Toast as well. Their Ghost. Captain's Void Rays, again, just not really a match for Archon Stalker. Straight up. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do against these Void Rays, is get the anti-air, blink under those Void Rays. Make them know who's boss. Let them know who's boss. More Void Rays coming back for Helicus trying to do this thing. The Stalker count is just, it's a little bit too high. There's the weird blink. Oh, Tempest are here from Captain. Might help a little bit, except they're pulling back. Why? Help out! Oh, the Void Rays are now dead. Are now dead, and more Void Rays from Helicus coming out here, so maybe not completely dead. Ultra is out for Barcode, because Barcode is doing everything he wants to do. Void Ray and Ultra and Carrier is a pretty good, pretty potent combination, I would say here. Helicus trying to defend with Void Rays against Ultra. That's actually pretty good stuff. That extra damage versus Armored works out extremely well. And Synthetic, oh, the Tempest hitting the Carriers, taking them down very quickly, and the defensive Void Rays are gone as well. So Team Blue suddenly on its heels, suddenly extremely on its heels right now, trying to replant bases, trying to take additional bases, is a Barcode right now, and expanding up the right side here is Focus. Are you feeding? You better be feeding your teammates, dude, because otherwise I don't know why you're here. No offense if you're watching. If Focus is the one who submitted this, then it's like, I apologize, but at the same time, you haven't really done anything. Some nice Ling attacks. I will give you the Zergling attacks in the early stage of this game, but otherwise... Meh. Stalker, Void Ray, Tempest. So Stalker versus Void Ray, Tempest. The Tempest actually help there quite a bit, as it turns out. Barcode might lose this base. The Vipers have Parasitic Bomb. They're using Consume to try to get it here, to try to make this thing happen. But more Void Rays coming in here from Helicus. And Barcode loses that base. So Team Red taking some big-time shots in the bottom left corner of this map, but maybe not out. Maybe not out of it. I've kind of gone back and forth as to who I think is going to win this match during this match, which is kind of a sign of a good one, actually. Again, maybe the skill level isn't incredibly high, but The back-end fourthiness has been pretty fantastic stuff. All right, pushing in against these poor Swarm hosts. They're just no use against the Sky Toss army. Parasitic Bomb thrown down on the Void Rays. The Vipers losing their lives in the process, though, but is it enough? Parasitic Bomb, yo. Woohoo! Oh, the Void Rays are gone. Oh, clutch Parasitic Bomb, man. But there are still 10 Tempests here from Cap'n. He's killing Ultras. And Team Blue says, you know what? I can't do anything about this. I'm going to run. I'm going to run and try to kill some things. How does that sound? How does that sound to you? Oh, more Void Rays here from Helicus as well. This is turning into something pretty darn nutso. Hatch gone for Barcode. Barcode's down to no mining bases. He has 0 mining bases. Frozen Solid has a base. And Focus has a base for Team Red. Helicus has a base for Team Red as well. And this is another one for Helicus. So Helicus... Wait, no, that's the same one? Nope, 2. Helicus has a lot of bases. That might be what Team Red needs, is Helicus's income right about now. But Lings are kind of wrecking his stuff right now, so maybe not. Maybe that's not what we're looking at. Defensive Void Rays trying to kill Lings with Void Rays. You can kill them, but man, your stuff's going to die in the process, it turns out. It's actually going to save this Nexus thanks to defensive Lings from Focus. Hey, Focus! Focus making them Lings like he does. Making those Lings. So Focus, again, 2 mining bases. He doesn't have that many workers, I would say. What are we at? 23, 26, and 45 for Team Red versus 42, 17, and 22 for Team Blue. And a bit of a lull. Cap'n checking for additional bases with Tempest. It's a slow move, you dude. Slow move. Sylphetic has actually replanted his main base on the bottom side here and expanding on this left side as well, where Remy Brocard actually expanded previously in this game. So they can hang on to this. Is there enough time? Is the question of the day. That's what it usually comes down to. Is there enough time? Frozen Solid has a base that there are Tempests waltzing their way towards it. That's a lot. That is 16 Tempests with +3 attack. 52 damage per shot. Yikes. Not a fast speed, but oh, the Zerglings found your base, Sylphetic. And that's, oh no, Stalker's gone. Focus, man, with his Lings really making things happen, and that's it. Sylphetic is out. Focus throwing the ha-ha-ha, but Stalker with, okay, using... oh my gosh, is it enough? Is it enough to take down these Tempests? I might very well be, actually. Wow. And they get it. The Tempests are all gone. Okay, so Sylphetic is down to essentially nothing. His bases are out. A lot of Zerglings killing that. That's a lot of dead Tempests, though. A lot of dead Tempests. Parasitic Bomb. My brain, total brain fart on that. It was Parasitic Bomb thrown down on the Tempest that assisted so immensely in winning that battle for Team Blue. Lings really want to find these Stalkers and murder them. And they do, again, the +3/+3 is a big stinking deal. It's a really big deal. Stalkers for Frozen Solid coming in to Helicus is one of his mining bases here. Single Void Ray tries to defend, but nope. Nope. Focus says, good game. Good game, Orange. Who's Orange? So that's Frozen Solid. Frozen Solid gets the good game here, desperately fighting for his own life. With these Stalkers microing to within an inch of his life right now, but Void Ray showing up from Helicus, pinned against a corner. All the Stalkers are gone. And that's it. Frozen Solid is the last one to go. Team Red! Team Red is your victor with Focus. We've got Focus. We've got Helicus. We have Cap'n. And we have Remy Brocard as our victors in this game. I mean, not a lot left over here. I guess 17 Void Rays here for Helicus. 5 Tempests left for Cap'n and 67 Lings for Focus. But I mean, that's not a 23-minute army by any stretch of the imagination here. Resources lost here. Wow. Helicus lost 31,600 resources. He must have been our Tempest player. Cap'n lost 23,600 himself. On Team Blue, Frozen Solid lost 29,300. Sylphetic lost 24,000. And Barcode lost 21. So a lot of dead stuff from all of these teams. Good back and forth. Again, just kind of keeping the income alive from Focus was a big deal. These additional bases from Helicus were nice as well. And Team Red gets your win. So... Whew, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.